Dr. R.K. Radha, Assistant Professor, Department of Statistics, Presidency College, Chennai. She has done her PhD in statistics on a novel approach for prior selection in Bayesian modeling. She has 27 years of teaching experience, has guided 4 MPhil students, published 5 articles in national and international journals, has attended 10 conferences in India. She had given training for staff at Tamil Nadu State Statistical Training Institute, Department of Economics and Statistics.
Welcome to UGC lecture series on mathematical sciences. In a few classes we were discussing about the statistical inference. Under statistical inferences we were discussing about the estimation part. In today's class we are going to discuss about the testing of hypothesis. In testing of hypothesis I am going to introduce the concept of statistical hypothesis and simple and composite hypothesis, null and alternative hypothesis, 2 types of errors occurring while framing the hypothesis and power of the test. So, here the main problem in statistical inferences can be broadly classified. The main problem in statistical inferences can be broadly classified into 2 areas. One is the area of estimation of population parameters and setting the confidence interval for them, that is the area of point estimation and interval estimation, which we have discussed in our earlier classes. And second area is nothing but the test of statistical hypothesis, which we are going to discuss now. So, this concept was initiated by J. Neyman and E. S. Pearson. In Neyman-Pearson's theory, we use statistical methods to arrive at decisions in certain situations where there is a lack of certainty on the basis of the sample whose size is fixed in advance. To understand this particular concept more clearly, let us discuss few concepts one by one. To start with, statistical hypothesis. A statistical hypothesis is some statement or assertion about a population or about the probability distribution characterizing a population, which we want to verify on the basis of the information available from the sample. So, in general, statistical hypothesis is the some statement which we want to verify. So, under statistical hypothesis there are 2 types, namely simple hypothesis and composite hypothesis. So, let us see what is a simple hypothesis. If the statistical hypothesis specifies the population completely, then we call it as a simple hypothesis. Coming to the composite hypothesis, which specifies only the part of the parameters of the population, then it is called as a composite hypothesis. So, let us look into few examples. If x1 etc. up to xn is a random sample of size n drawn from a normal population with mean mu and variance sigma squared, then my simple hypothesis, I have said that, which specifies the parameters of the population more clearly. So, H naught is such that mu is equal to mu naught, sigma squared is equal to sigma naught squared. So, it gives you all the information regarding the population. Now, come to the composite hypothesis. In composite hypothesis, I said that it will not completely specify the composite hypothesis. So, in such a case your H naught can be mu is equal to mu naught. So, when you take this particular example, H naught is such that mu is equal to mu naught, standard deviation is not clearly described. Come to the second example, H naught such that sigma squared is equal to sigma naught squared. Here you find that mean is not specified. Come to the third part, H naught such that mu is equal to mu naught, sigma is greater than sigma naught squared. So, here you find that mu is specified completely, whereas sigma is greater than sigma naught squared. Suppose if sigma is greater than 5, then I can have for a normal population, you know that sigma squared is greater than 0. So, it can take all the values ranging from 0 to infinity. So, here you will have here larger number of values. So, hence it becomes a composite hypothesis. Similarly, come to the last example, H naught such that mu is less than mu naught. Here you find that once again the part of the mean is specified. Here sigma squared is equal to sigma naught squared specifies completely what the variance is, whereas here the mean is not completely specified. In other words, say for example, if mu naught is equal to 5, mu is less than 5. So here once again, when you study about the mean for the normal population, mean takes the value from minus infinity to plus infinity. So mu is less than 5 means you will have values ranging from minus infinity to 5. Hence, all the 4 types come under the composite hypothesis where the population parameters are not properly specified. Next, come to the other definition of test of a statistical hypothesis. So, I said that hypothesis is nothing but it is a sum statement or an assertion to which we are attaching a word called as a test. So, it becomes a rule which leads to a decision to accept or reject the hypothesis under consideration. Now, the main important thing is that whenever you want to accept or reject the hypothesis, you have to make some decision statement. So, that is being given by this particular definition, null hypothesis. So, neutral or non-committal attitude of the statistician or decision maker before the sample observations are taken. That is, the hypothesis created with no difference is called as a null hypothesis, which is denoted by H naught. Say for example, if I say that I have got 2 makes of the bulbs, I could say that make 1 is equal to make 2. That is the the bulb manufactured by the product 1 is same as the bulb manufactured by second type. So, here it is a neutral attitude, hence it is an example for a null hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis. So, whatever we have created a statement, we have got all the right either to reject that or accept. Hence, we have got a definition called as an alternative hypothesis. So, it is desirable to state what is known as an alternative hypothesis in respect of the statistical hypothesis being tested because of the acceptance and the rejections of the null hypothesis. It becomes meaningful only when it is being tested against a rival hypothesis, which should rather be explicitly mentioned. It is denoted by H1. So, for a null hypothesis, you have a complementary hypothesis which we call it as an alternative hypothesis H1. Say for example, if mu is equal to mu naught, then your alternative hypothesis will be not equal to, greater or lesser, which I have shown here. So, if H naught is such that mu is equal to mu naught, then you can have the following alternative hypothesis, namely H1 is such that it can be greater than mu naught, then it becomes a one-tail test, that is one-sided decision. Again here, if it is less than mu naught, this is also one-sided decision, therefore one-tail test. So, H1 is such that mu not equal to mu naught, it is a two-sided decision, that is you given a sample to be accepted, here it is not to be accepted. So, these are the examples for null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Next, let us come to an important definition called as a critical region. So, here before coming into the critical region, let S be the sample space. So, you consider the sample space S, and in the sample space I am dividing into 2 parts, namely that one is going to be the rejection region and the other one is going to be the acceptance region. So, if I denote C as a rejection region, then my acceptance regions will be S minus C, which I will denote it as A. So, based upon this, let us go into the definition. Let C be the subset of the sample space which in accordance with a given test leads to the rejection of the hypothesis under consideration, then C is called as a critical region. So, in general, critical region is nothing but the region of rejection. Now, when you are making any statement, it is possible to make errors. So, here in statistics there are two types of errors, and in that we will discuss the 4 possible situations that arise in any test procedure, which is brought in the form of a table. So, here my hypothesis is going to be that null hypothesis H naught can be true or my null hypothesis can be false. If my null hypothesis is false, then automatically my alternative hypothesis H1 becomes true. So, here what is the decision I have to draw from the sample, namely to reject or the accept. So, rejection or the acceptance will be based upon the null hypothesis. Now, you reject the hypothesis. When the hypothesis is true, you are committing a mistake, that is, it is called as a type 1 error. Similarly, when you accept the hypothesis and if the hypothesis is true, then your decision is a correct decision. Come to this particular part, you reject the hypothesis when it is false. Once again, it is a true statement, so it is a correct decision. Come over here, you accept the hypothesis when it is false, then again you are committing an error, which I classify it as a type 2 error. So, in general, type 1 error is also called as a error of first kind. It is nothing but error of rejecting H naught when H naught is true. Symbolically, if my X is nothing but n sample values and if C is a critical region, then if X belongs to C, that the sample points false, that is, if I draw a sample space and if my sample values falls in the region C, rejection region, given that H naught is true, is called as a type 1 error. Come to the type 2 error, which is the error of second kind. So, it is the error of accepting H naught when H naught is false. So, how to symbolically define it? If X is equal to X1 etc. up to Xn and A is the acceptance region, that is, A is already I have said it is S minus C acceptance region, then if the sample point falls in the acceptance region, that is, X belongs to A, given that H1 is true, that is called as a type 2 error. Next, we have got another definition, alpha. Alpha is nothing but can be defined as probability of type 1 error. So, type 1 error I have said it is already rejecting H naught when H naught is true, which I have denoted as in a symbolic way. This alpha is called as a level of the significance, or it is also called as a size of the test. Next, we have another concept called as a beta, which is probability of type 2 error, that is the probability of accepting the hypothesis when H1 is true. So, symbolically I have denoted this particular concept. Now, let us go to the next definition in hypothesis, namely level of significance. So, alpha is called as a level of significance, which is probability of type 1 error. It is also called as a size of the critical region. Next, come to the definition of the power of the test. Power of the test is denoted as 1 minus beta, which is nothing but, you know that beta is nothing but it is a probability of type 2 error. Type 2 error I have said that accept H naught when H1 is true. So, if you take 1 minus beta, which is nothing but 1 minus of this particular concept. So, 1 minus of probability X belongs to A is nothing but X belongs to C. So 1 minus of beta is equal to probability of x belonging to C given that H1 is true, is called as the power function of the test of the hypothesis. So here whatever value you have obtaining through the power function at a parameter point is called as the power of the test at that particular point. So let us take an example. Consider the density function of the form f of x comma theta, which is equal to 1 by theta, where x lies between 0 to theta. You have to test theta is equal to 1 against the alternative theta is equal to 2 by means of a single observation, that is only one sample is given, n is equal to 1. You have to find out what is the probability of type 1 error, that is alpha, and type 2 error, that is you have to find out alpha and beta. You are being given the critical region, that is 0.5 is less than or equal to x, and the other critical region 1 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 1.5. Also for this particular problem you have to obtain power function of the test, namely 1 minus of beta. So coming to the solution part, hypothesis is stated as H naught is such that theta is equal to 1, H1 is equal to theta is equal to 2. You have been given sample size, namely for only one particular sample. Now let us go to the first part of the problem. If the critical region is 0.5 less than or equal to x, which I can write it as x greater than or equal to 0.5. I need to find out alpha. Alpha is nothing but probability of type 1 error. So here reject H naught. So what you have to reject H naught? If x is greater than or equal to 0.5, given that H naught is true. So H naught true means you will have theta is equal to 1. So here probability of this I am translating in the integrated form. So probability is 0.5 to theta, f of x theta is equal to 1. So 0.5 theta takes the value 1. So 1 here your density function is given as f of x is equal to 1 by theta. So theta you make it as 1, integrate it out, you will get x. So substitute upper and the lower limit, you will get your alpha is equal to 0.5. So come to the second part, beta, probability of type 2 error, which is accept H naught. So accept H naught means the sample value falls in the acceptance region. Now here you have got your rejection region. Rejection region is critical region, x is greater than or equal to 0.5. See here in your given problem, x lies between 0 and theta. Okay. So and you have got x is greater than or equal to 0.5. Now come to this particular concept here, that x belongs to A means x belongs to acceptance region is that x is greater than or equal to 0.5 is a rejection region. So acceptance region will be 0 is less than x is less than 0.5. So this is been given here. Now H1 is true, theta is equal to 2. Now here, so it is 0 to 0.5, f of x theta is equal to 2. Here you have to be very careful here. You are substituting for 1 by theta is 2. So 1 by 2 dx. So it becomes on integration. It is going to be x by 2, 0 to 0.5. So you will get your beta is equal to 0.25. So here in calculating your alpha and beta, you should be very appropriate with your critical region, because based upon the critical region only you will fix your acceptance region here. Next you have to calculate what is called as the power of the test. So power of the test is denoted as 1 minus beta. Here is that the sample point belongs to the critical region, but H1 is true. So it belongs to the critical region means the critical region is that x lies between your 0.5 to 2, and here H1 is 2, so theta is equal to 2. So here the limit is going to be 0.5 to 2, because here theta is equal to 2 and your limit for your density function is nothing but 0 is less than x is less than theta, theta is equal to 2, critical region is from x greater than or equal to 0.5. So, here the remaining critical region will be nothing but 0.5 to 2. So, on substituting the values, you will find that beta 1 minus beta is equal to 0.75. So, for this particular problem, you have found out what is your alpha, beta and 1 minus beta. Now, let us go to the second part of the problem, that is if the critical region is 1 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 1.5. So, again we need to find out what is the alpha type 1 error, probability of type 1 error. So, here if it belongs to the critical region, that is the region of rejection. Region of rejection is 1 is less than or equal to x is less than 1.5. Given that h naught is true, theta is equal to 1. Substituting in the given function, see here theta is equal to 1. So, here the density function limit goes from 0 to theta, but theta is equal to 1. So, it cannot go beyond that. Therefore, you will have from 1 to 1. So, you know that integral 1 to 1 dx becomes 0. Therefore, alpha is equal to 0. Come to the second part. Second part is probability of type 2 error. So, it means that x belongs to the acceptance region, given that H1 is true. Acceptance region is the region apart from your rejection region. Rejection region is from 1 to 1.5 is your rejection region. 1 to 1.5 is a rejection region. So, here values below this and above that are the acceptance region. Therefore, your acceptance region can be broken as 0 to 1, 1.5 to 2, because 1 to 1.5 is your region of rejection. So, here substituting probability of 0 is less than x less than 1, that is 0 to 1 dx, given that theta is equal to 2. Here also from 1.5 to 2 and integrating, you will get that your beta value is equal to 0.75. Okay. Now, let us go to the power function 1 minus beta. So, reject h naught given that h1 is true. So, rejecting h naught means that x belongs to C, that is the critical region is from 1 to 1.5, h1 is true is theta is equal to 2. Therefore, integrating and substituting theta is equal to 2, you will have 0.25. Therefore, your power of the test is nothing but 0.25. In today's class, we have learnt the following definition, that is statistical hypothesis. So, I have said that statistical hypothesis is nothing but it is a some statement or the assertion which we want to verify. Next, we have discussed about the simple and composite hypothesis. So, I said that simple hypothesis is nothing but an hypothesis which specifies all the parameters of the population. Composite is nothing but more clearly the hypothesis will not be defined. So, here in particular, if I want to say that f of x, say here it is 1 by theta e to the power of minus x by theta. So, if I define my composite hypothesis, say for example, my h naught is such that theta is equal to 2 against an alternative, say theta greater than 2, and here my density function, namely that x is greater than or equal to 0. So, it takes all the values greater than 2. So, here it becomes 1 by 2 e power minus x by 2. So, here what will happen is that you will get a list of values for x greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, composite hypothesis is an hypothesis where your complete specification of the population will not be specified. Next, we have discussed about the two types of errors, namely type 1 error and type 2 error. This is a common error you make when you do a decision making statement, that is when the decision is correct, you try to reject it out. So, here that is type 1 error. When your decision is incorrect and trying to accept it, that we call it as a type 2 error. Next, we were discussing about the critical region, it is a region of rejection. So, critical region is very important in using the critical values. Level of significance is also called as a size of test, which also we have denoted as alpha, which is nothing but the probability of type 1 error. So, next we have discussed about the power of the test, so which is nothing but probability of rejecting H naught given that H1 is true. So, for any given problem we can find out the level of the significance, we can find the power of the test. So, once when you find out the power of the test, automatically you can find out what is the type 2 error. Now, I have got few questions which has to be answered by you, namely that the first question is define statistical hypothesis, simple and composite hypothesis with an example. So, you can take down any density function and try to give examples. Next, write a short note on level of significance and the power of the test. So, level of significance, you have to explain what is alpha, that is the size of the test. Symbolic representation is important. Power of the test is 1 minus beta, and try to derive symbolically with 1 minus of beta. Next, I have got a problem for you. Let P be the probability that a coin will fall head in a single toss. And in order to test, H naught is such that P is equal to half against H naught. The coin is tossed is 5 times. H naught is rejected if more than 3 heads appear. Find the probability of type 1 error and the power of the test. So, here you have been given that in order to test H naught, P is equal to half against the alternative, you can take it as P not equal to half. So, it becomes a two-tailed test. The coin is tossed 5 times. H naught is rejected if more than 3 heads are appeared. That is, H naught is such that is your critical region will be if X is greater than 3, you try to reject. So, X denotes the number of tosses. So, automatically acceptance region will be that if X is less than 3. So, here 5 times it is tossed, so less than 3 will be your acceptance region. You can find out what is the probability of type 1 error and the power of the test, that is alpha value and the 1 minus beta value. Thank you.